Hi, I'm Laura Templeton, brand communications consultant at 30 Second Success, a professional speaker, author of 30 Second Success, Ditch the Pitch and Start Connecting, and the chapter president for Virtual Networkers, an organization of heart-centered entrepreneurial women. Welcome.
And I'm Suzanne Tregenza Moore, business and marketing coach at SuzanneTMoore.com, host of All Things Authorpreneur podcast, author of Hang On Tight, Learn to Love the Roller Coaster of Entrepreneurship, and a longtime member of Virtual Networkers. Laura and I met through this fabulous networking group called Virtual Networkers, just for women. Many of our members have become authors in the time we've been connecting. And when we saw a book giveaway done by others, we decided we had to do the same to highlight our Virtual Networkers sisters. So we're giving away a bunch of book bundles in two categories: self-help and personal growth, and business and entrepreneurship. To be eligible to win, all you have to do is head to decembergiveaway.com and enter your information before the end of the day on December 12th. And everyone who enters will be eligible for free gifts that each author will be sharing about. It's a win-win for everyone. So now you get to meet one of the authors.
So I'm going to introduce Donna Kendrick, one of our authors, and I'm going to read the bio right off the back of her book, and this is the cover. So Donna Kendrick is from Philadelphia, PA, and came from a blue-collar roots as the daughter of a Philly firefighter. Donna is the owner of Sephton Financial, where she specializes as a financial professional helping families in transition. The mission is to help you plan for your tomorrow, whether it be through widowhood, divorce, or a career change. Welcome, Donna. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And thank you for participating in the project that we're doing with the Virtual Networkers.
Oh, thank you, ladies, for having me and inviting me to take part. I think it's a wonderful idea to promote this wonderful, intelligent, and strategic group of ladies.
Awesome. So we want to jump right in and ask you a few questions so that people can understand who you are and why you wrote the book. And first and foremost, we want to ask, who's your book written for? Who's your primary audience for the book, Donna?
Yeah, my primary audience is for widows and widowers who have found themselves suddenly in this transition of life, losing a spouse or a partner, and helping them to navigate those first few years of widowhood with a high concentration on what you need to do in the first year, because you're living through grief and you need to make certain decisions on how to manage the next few days, the next few weeks, with a big focus on your finances. Because as I always say, everyone has a good Uncle Bobby who has the best intentions ever to give you advice on your money and what to do next when you've entered widowhood, but sometimes he really isn't the professional that you need. So it's a good guidebook to help people get through those years. Since the book's been out there, I almost wish it would be retitled as Prepare Yourself for Widowhood, Do It Now, because I find that the advice really should be digested before you find yourself in this point of transition.
So, Donna, thank you so much, because you just answered the first and the second question as to who it's for, but what it's about. So the biggest piece and the absolute inspiration behind your book is your own personal story. So can you share just a little bit about why you wrote the book and how your personal story is so inherently connected with it?
Yes, certainly. So back in 2013, I found myself at age 40, suddenly a widow. And I had kids that were 8, 11, and 12. We had just moved back stateside after living years abroad. So not only were my kids learning to speak English in schools and adjusting to a new neighborhood, but then they lost their dad. And it was a huge point of transition. I leaned on the financial professionals, lawyers, accountants, counselors, anyone that I could to help me keep myself together, emotionally, as well as financially, as well as a parent for my kids moving forward. After that journey of about 2 years, I knew I had to recreate my career. We had lost my husband's income, and I kind of knew I had one good try at this. I had to do it right. So I decided to launch myself and flip my career on its head, and became a financial advisor. I am a CFP, a certified financial professional, and a CDFA, a certified divorce financial analyst. to help people in transition really navigate these years and have a trusted resource who's bringing a little bit of love into financial planning. After I actually worked in the industry for a few years, I was like, well, how do I help more people? Right. Because I could only help the states that I was licensed in. And that's where the book came to fruition. Like, I can put a book out there and anyone can read it and get this guidepost, right? This outline of what to do next. And they don't have to be sitting in my office. And that's how you help people. That is really how the book came to be.
Yeah,
That's
that's such
beautiful.
an important thing. Donna, I know that you've been helping people for a long time with their personal finances, whether or not they've recently been widowed or lost a spouse, but it it shows how much you care that you said, you know what, I need to write this book so that I can help the people that aren't in my licensed states, right? Who are going through this, because unfortunately more people go through it than we think about.
Yeah,
So
it's
good for
true. And
you.
there's so many different aspects to just not life insurance and social security benefits, but to how to really make some decisions for yourself while you are walking with grief. And what decisions are have to, what do you have to do right now? And what can you give yourself permission to wait to maybe year two? And then in year two, what should we do next? There might be some laws or some limitations that we have to make actions for. And that book is there to kind of give you those thought points, right? And how to digest the next step. And then when you move forward, when life feels a little different, what does that feel like? So much of it came from my own journey. So much of it and their stories shared, which are compilations of all the experiences I have with my clients, as well as the support groups that I have been through as a young widow, and what we've learned along the way. Sometimes when you share your story, that's how we all learn best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I know that you have a free gift. Obviously, your book is part of the giveaway, and some of the winners will receive it. But you also have a free gift that everyone will have access to when they sign up for the December Bonanza. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your free gift?
Yeah, definitely. That is the personal document locator. And it is one of my favorites. So I always say to anyone, make sure you have your estate documents done, your will, your healthcare directive, your power of attorney. If you're a couple, we call that your new 6-pack. Make it sound like fun, right? One for each of you. The personal document locator is that extra piece that you sit down with your spouse or on your own with your trusted contact and you fill out. It's basic information as to who you are. Where are the birth certificates located? What are the passwords and how to get into them? Where are the keys to the safe deposit box? And which bank is that safe deposit box located in? Who's joint owners? It is like a treasure chest map. Like, it's like the map to find out where you are and where everything is, so that that executor or your kids could actually access that information quickly. I actually helped create that document as a guide path for my own kids, right? Should something happen to me, how could their Aunt Kristen help navigate things quickly to keep them enrolled in school, right? What's the password to their school lunch fund so they can replenish their funds? Things like that that you really do need to know.
So Donna, thank you so much. And one last question for you. How did Virtual Networkers help you get your book out there to the world?
One, they inspired me to write it. A lot of the ladies within our virtual networkers have books that are available. And I myself use many of them to help expand my career, to help find my ideal client, to help with knowing marketing. Because ladies, I'm a statistician. I am not a writer. I am now, but I am not a marketer. But some of these books were just so helpful to me. And I was like, wow, how do I give that back in the community moving forward, as well as the how to, right? To have the virtual networkers out there modeling how they shared their book, how they promoted it, how they hit #1 bestseller, and then finding the resources within, priceless, absolutely priceless.
Well, Donna, it has been such a pleasure having you here with us. I love everything that you're doing. And yes, before we go, tell us what is the name of your podcast again?
The name of my podcast is Widow, Wisdom, and Wealth, and it is available on Google, Apple, and Spotify. And you can follow me on Instagram too at Widow and Wisdom. I think I'm out there on, I know I am, on TikTok, but follow me on Instagram first. It's a little bit more polished.
A lot of fun having you around, Donna. It's been amazing to take this journey with you. I appreciate you so much for sharing your wisdom with the world. So thank you so much for being here and joining us in this fun adventure.
Laura and Suzanne, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And remember, for all of you who are watching this, if you want the opportunity to win Donna's book and several others, you've got to enter at DecemberBonanza.com before the end of the day on December 12th.